Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 835. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212. I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings and salutations.
What's up, Chris?
I don't know what's going on, but I'm enjoying it comically anyway.
Okay. Before we show the Monsters Unleashed, or Godzilla Unleashed, or whatever we're going to call it, there is a character. Remember they said that they had a Gwen Stacy thing, but it's Deadpool? Remember that?
Yeah.
It was never Gwen Stacy. It was Gwendolyn Poole, who was from a universe without superheroes, that all the superheroes are comic books, that she knows everybody's secret identity. And through an accident, she comes into the Marvel universe, and she looks like that, and she screws with the heroes. Hey, I know your secret identity. Dumb, by the way. And they're trying to make her like a Harley Quinn.
Oh.
Dumb. That's their Harley Quinn. Yeah. All right. Anyway, back to this nonsense that we were screen sharing. Let me just, I can't even, I don't know.
We're ready, folks.
Yeah, let me just go back to the original one.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. First of all, that's not King Kong. That's ridiculous. Godzilla, Fing Fang Foom. Marvel was just so friggin'. Come on.
And we don't know if that's actually Iron Man or Iron Heart.
Or Von Doom, and there's a T-Rex there. And then we go down here. Now, what did you say this was right there, Chris?
That kind of looks like a graboid that like walks around and shoots fire out of its mouth.
Okay, and what about, you can't see really that. What about these things?
Okay, so like the other ones look fine to me, but there's one like that looks like it's yelling at the Monsters Unleashed title, like with the wings right there.
Yeah, this
That, yeah, that looks a lot like Varan to me. From
What about this guy?
He just kind of looks like a big red goblin. That guy looks like Clayface over there. Red Clayface.
This looks like a Hanna-Barbera Gleef. What is it, from Dundar the Barbarian?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Right?
that's probably who I was thinking of.
Jeez. Copying.
I have a question. Like, no disrespect to Spider-Man, but like, what could Spider-Man do against like a kaiju?
Yes,
Like,
I got another question, right? Where is he swinging from if there's no buildings?
He's the Tick, all right? They're trying to go on the lines of the Tick.
Like,
Now,
I'm sure Spider-Man has fought giant monsters before, so forgive my ignorance for Spider-Man knowledge, but like, I'm thinking of like Godzilla, or like not even Godzilla, like Anguirus, and like, what does Spider-Man do against Anguirus? Like,
not for nothing, but you see how ridiculous this thing looks? It looks like somebody was on the toilet drawing on a pad.
Who's this kid right here in the
These
center?
monsters are looking. But are they flying? Is the
It
Hulk
looks like they're
flying?
falling,
it
actually.
looks like they're falling into this. Like,
God.
but wait a minute though. Wait, isn't Peter Parker like super mega ultimately rich right now?
He's a billionaire.
So can't he like help develop like a Jaeger like thing?
Well, this is the funny thing, right? He has a Spider-Mobile, right?
Mhm.
So if he has a Spider-Mobile, why don't he have a friggin' spider like Batman's Batwing? Why can't he just do that too? And buy a flying, like a Winter jet, but a spider jet or something. Oh, please don't use that. Even though I just mentioned it, please don't do that with the spider jet. I was just joking.
Well, isn't this like? Isn't this supposed to be like a Pacific Rim thing? Like these monsters are coming
Yeah,
through
basically.
like another.
I don't even know who this person is with the sneakers.
Yeah.
Can't
This
Doctor
creature over
Strange
there-
be like, "Don't worry, I got this"?
I don't even know if I don't even think he's Sorcerer Supreme anymore.
Oh, that's probably why.
that creature on the upper left-hand corner, in the falling scene, looks like something I saw from Inframan. Yeah.
Like, why would all the monsters be together like that, like hugging each other? Doesn't that
Well,
look stupid?
That's
Unless they're
just
doing a group shot, so those are all the ones they're battling.
Again, like one of them looks like Dundar the Barbarian's, was it Gleef or whatever that creature was?
yeah.
Oh.
What the hell is Fin Fang Foom doing there?
I don't know, man. It's just
Ukla. He was his creature was called Ukla.
where's the gray gargoyle? Wasn't it supposed to be like a gray gargoyle too?
Like, did they not think anybody was going to notice that Fin Fang Foom is just kind of there?
By the way, there was Godzilla Unleashed before there was Monsters Unleashed. So Marvel just ripped that off, by the way. Sorry, Marvel, I love you, but
And if you guys want to read a really good Godzilla comic, like, read Godzilla Rulers of Earth.
yeah. Iron Man should be dead, so I don't know why he's flying around, but okay. Yeah.
Well, again, like a lot of these heroes that are there don't really make sense to me because, like, if these are giant monsters, right? Like, okay, the Hulk, yeah, I get that.
I don't know why Rocket Raccoon come
Yeah,
from
why the hell is
galaxy.
Rocket Raccoon there?
Why is he there?
X-23 can regenerate. Okay, so I get why she's there. Okay,
But you got Medusa. You got that Spider Girl over here on the right hand. You got Captain America / Falcon over
But
here.
here's the thing. First of all, Cyclops is dead, thanks to the Inhumans, right? So why the hell is he teaming with the Inhumans?
Unless that's the one from the past.
That's another stupid thing too, by the way. Cyclops of the past, right? Oh god. Oh, and by the way, just when you thought it wouldn't get any more ridiculous, Marvel is doing their own X-Men Resurrection.
And yeah, but I was waiting
they're
for
going to
that.
bring back like Professor X or Wolverine because Wolverine movie's coming out in March. All
Mm-hmm.
these people, so how convenient. They're going to do a
How convenient.
X-Men Blue, X-Men, just like the 90s when Jim Lee did that. Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, right. I was waiting for it. I was literally looking at my watch when I heard that. Okay, they've got the next Wolverine coming out, so they're going to have him come out.
You know, they brought back every storyline there is, but except for one, which was one of the coolest, that they've never done a sequel to. Acts of Vengeance. That, they basically got that already. All the villains were sitting at a table talking, like they got the Cabal or whatever the hell they're on now. But that's what's Acts of Vengeance. They would switch partners where the villain that never fought the hero before, like they would swap like that. And then they defeated all the heroes because the heroes got confused. So that was a good storyline back in the day. They should do an Acts of Vengeance too.
Should they though?
No. Do something new, actually.
Hint.
Nick Fury is not the Watcher, by the way. He shouldn't be.
No, he shouldn't be.
And they didn't really utilize Thor's sister, Angela, really well either. I don't know. The comic books are just so... First of all, I would have never had Aunt May marry J. Jonah Jameson's father and make J. Jonah Jameson and Peter Parker stepbrothers, because that's confusing as hell. That's weird, too. But now he's dead anyway, so now J. Jonah Jameson is going to be mad at Parker and stuff.
He wasn't mad at Spider-Man
Now
already.
he's mad at Parker, and nobody else sees Peter Parker, whatever.
You know what? I thought would be an interesting twist. I know we're getting off the subject real quick. If they could have the Doctor mentioned in Doctor Who, of course, in one of the Superman or Supergirl things, and claim that their lenses or glasses put off some sort of dampening field or perception filter. That's why he's always been able to. Two of them could always hide behind their glasses so much.
Well, I thought they just explained that people just not bright.
I know, but to
They
me,
somewhat to themselves, they don't even see what they are. They see what they want to see.
yeah, because
I don't know.
what I always thought was funny is that nobody noticed that Dick Grayson and
Yeah,
Tyke were saying the only thing they had were the masks here. Now, Batman, I could understand because the lion's share of the face was, but
I honestly think the whole Marvel universe needs to blow up again and restore it back to 616, and say that this was an alternate universe the whole time.
You know what would be great is if there was a villain whose sole goal was to do that. Like they introduce a villain who just like wants to restore everything to the way it used to be.
And his name was
I
Joseph.
would say what I had an idea for, but then I'm afraid that it would turn into a comic. So I'll wait till I write.
Yeah, and he would resemble Joseph here. And
No, I'll say it anyway. Should I say it?
go ahead.
I always said, because they tried to make that Mephisto was like an alien from another dimension or something.
Yeah.
So I always said, well, we have Mephisto, he's red and everything, right? Where's the opposite of Mephisto? Like a white Mephisto looking, but like not hideous, but like a angelic like creature like that maybe Mephisto has trapped in his realm. And that when they free this guy, that he is trying to fix what Mephisto has done by altering the Marvel Universe with the whole Brand New Day thing with Spider-Man, maybe, and fixing it back. First of all, here's the thing. I understand this whole movement that they got going. Some cases it works, some cases it doesn't. But Marvel tends to think that let's make every single person a female. And for that, I have to say, you're changing things too much.
Yeah.
You're confusing everybody. And I think it needs to stop. I need to put a stop to it completely. Now, I do like the Mockingbird thing because I was always a fan of Mockingbird, what they did. You know, I wasn't happy they canceled it, but I'm trying to get all the books to read it. But the fact that everybody is a female.
Mm-hmm. I honestly think they're doing it as an ode to a certain someone trying to become.
Here's the thing. You cannot make the Marvel Universe unrecognizable to the original Marvel Universe or the 80s Marvel Universe. Everybody's completely different now, and it's not cool. You don't have one.
Grant, I can understand throwing a few twists here and there. That's understandable. But yeah, I agree. Just trying to say everybody's the same. Everybody's got this.
Nobody gives a crap right now about that whole Steve Rogers stupid storyline that he's really evil and a Nazi and his whole timeline's altered. You got a freaking statue of Steve Rogers to represent good, and in the comics you turn him into a damn villain, and it's terrible, and it's boring as F, and it's horrible, and stop it already. Stop. You're making why do you have 3 different Captain America comics? You have Sam Wilson Captain America comic, you got Captain America, and there's a 2 or 3, I lose count, but it's just too much. And then Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, kid from the future, is in the Marvel Universe as Captain America. Their daughter, really? Could we stop having people from the future or the past?
I mean, that's just movie writing right
because
there.
They totally lost it with that. There's too many time travelers in the Marvel Universe.
And that was supposed to be just unique every now and then.
Once in a while, but now everybody time travels. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And they never explained. But like Doctor Doom's time machine was created by Gallifrey and the Time Lords and the Doctor, but they can't say that anymore. But that's basically what it is because the Doctor was in the Marvel Universe. Our Doctor Who was in Marvel Universe.
And I've got the reprints of Doctor Who Monthly.
He was fighting Doctor Doom. He was helping Reed Richards. He made the Baxter Building bigger or whatever. But basically that's the Doctor's time machine. And the Beast used it to get the X-Men from the past into the. I mean, stop. Really, stop already. You know, it's crazy. There's too many time travelers.
How do we fix the well, look at what's his name? Bishop's villain.
He used to have Cable. Used to have Bishop. Now that the X-Men, you thought the X-Men books.
Fitzroy, that's right.
Yeah.
Fitzroy was supposed to have that ability, but he would have to drain people's energy.
You thought the X-Men books were confusing. Now everything's confusing. Now the Scarlet Witch kids went back in time or forward in time, and they were like older, but they should be younger, and it's confusing as hell. Okay, totally confusing. You have how many Hulks now? Now the She-Hulk is called the Hulk. That's going to make a lot of sense.
That is asinine. I still think that is asinine.
I know it sounds cool, like when you're in the play yard Wouldn't it be cool if there was like Sorcerers Supreme or Thors or Hulks? Yeah, but not in a book. It wouldn't be cool because it's called boring because everybody's the same.
Yeah, and we need uniqueness.
1,000 Thor hammers in the same book. Like, that's boring. They'd be able to destroy I don't know how many universes. You crazy? We need to have stability in the Marvel universe, and certain things need to change back to the way they are. I think that Mephisto deal needs to be undone, and then you revert the Marvel universe back to before, around Civil War, like right after, boom, whatever. Just reverse everything. Go backwards, whatever. So all the stuff needs to be undone. Half the stuff is just garbage. It's garbage. They just kill people on a whim, and it's not even thought out. Like you have to always. It's like predictable. Gotta always kill somebody and then bring them back when the movie comes out. Like Wolverine's gonna probably come back when the movie comes. That's stupid.
Yeah, and
Professor X. First of all, nobody should have been eating Professor X's brains. That was stupid. So I don't know how you're gonna bring him back. What do you think, Chris? I mean, this is monster garbage too. I mean, where does it end?
I think that they're just in a fix of like, oh, we have to try everything new under the sun, and you really wonder if they stop and say maybe we shouldn't do this. But what really bothers me is a lot of this stuff is that when you have someone who doesn't necessarily like it and they voice their opinion, immediately they're like, oh, you're a hater. And,
yeah, I know.
Embrace change. Listen, just because you change something doesn't mean it's good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a favorite food, and then somebody changes the recipe, and then the taste is off, and you say, I don't really like this. I like the way it was before. Are you all of a sudden a hater? Like, what, I never understood that. I mean, I know that, comic books, so, people are going to have, different opinions, and they're going to interpret things different ways, and they're going to view things different ways. But when you start radically changing things just for the sake of changing things,
yeah,
why? Like, okay, you want to give Spider-Man a new costume. Okay.
Fine. Yeah.
Well, let's not give him a costume that has like guns and throwing stars and stuff. Like, well, why? Well, no, it's cool. Embrace the change. No.
It's like when they made him have like those things come out of him, those spikes.
Yeah.
And he absorbed like Morlun, which would have been the first character that Spider-Man killed, but they changed that, thank God. But
well, I mean, also too, like now we're changing. Oh, well, this character is going to be, pick. No, this new character is going to be the new Doctor Strange, and it's going to be her own version. Like,
or
okay,
She-Hulk is Hulk.
yeah, like why don't you make a new character, or why don't you?
Because if we make a new character, then we won't have the rights to it because that particular company that's making the movie will want to use it. Or this is what I was trying to figure out. Okay, they lost the rights. Does that mean they just lost the rights to a movie version, or just the writing?
No,
version?
this is what I'll explain it to you. They sold the rights to stop themselves from going bankrupt.
Yeah, that
They
I
gave
understood.
the rights away of all the movie characters.
Just
Then
movie characters.
movie characters, and then Disney bought Marvel and like, let's make movies. We want to make Spider-Man. Oh yeah, about that. We can't do that. Okay, we want to do X-Men. Oh yeah, about that. We can't do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And-
saying. That's right. They don't do
So what
movie
they
rights.
did was, supposedly, Disney told Marvel, stop putting out X-Men books, or stop putting out Wolverine books, or stop doing Fantastic Four. So they canceled the comics. They killed characters off because they want to try to hurt their movie. And then they also own the toy biz to make the toys. So they made no X-Men figures because they want people.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
And it doesn't work. It still didn't work. They killed off Deadpool, and it was the most successful thing ever. They had to bring him back because they would lose money. So they just do these asinine things. And then I got to tell you, of all the things they're going to have, I'm going to make a prediction right here, right now. Okay? We're in 2016 right now, right? I'm going to predict within 10 years, there's going to be a brand new Marvel vs. DC. There's going to be a brand, you want to know why? Because they're going to run out of stuff to do.
They are. They already have.
They're going to piss everybody off. They're going to do the stupidest shit because people just like don't follow the material. Like, you know, obviously Peter Parker shouldn't be this, shouldn't be that, or Captain America shouldn't be this, but they just do whatever they want. There's no damn rules, no comic code, right? So they're going crazy directions, crazy. Oh, Gwen Stacy had sex with Norman Osborn, and she had kids in a couple of weeks that rapidly aged to like teenage levels. I mean, beyond, right? And this has been going on for years and decades, right? And it's getting worse, right? Oh, we can call him Spider-Man and him Spider-Man, and it won't confuse anybody because they look different, but it's okay. You know?
Yes. In other words, they put just enough of a twist in the outfits to where like, oh, wait a minute.
DC, I started the Rebirth thing, right? I was going to get into it. They killed Superman off, and then there's another Superman, and then Clark Kent's alive, but he shouldn't be alive because Superman's dead. I'm done. Like, I'm confused as hell. I don't even know DC. I'm like, oh, right? So what's going to happen is there's going to be a whole period where they're going to be popping this stuff out. Now they're stealing off Godzilla. Now they're stealing off this. Now they're stealing off that, right? They're going to try to rehash storylines like they did before, like Midnight Suns and, you know, the Civil War they already did, Secret Wars. They're going to keep doing that stuff. They're going to have another Infinity thing, whatever, right? DC is going to get exhausted. What they're going to do is they're going to come together and they're going to have everybody fight again. Marvel vs. DC 2. I'm telling you, in 10 years.
I'd love to see that, yeah.
That's what's going to happen. And then somehow, hopefully, they could stabilize the Marvel Universe where we get the classic 616 of Marvel, and DC could fix their thing too. Because right now,
they could have the here we go. They could have the Anti-Monitor come in and try to disrupt things. Then you've got folks from Marvel and DC. They could do this as one of those classic Marvel DC team ups. Like I said, the Anti-Monitor comes in, tries to disrupt things. You got the Marvel and DC characters coming in. You have another acclamation or whatever the hell that thing was called a few years ago. And then somebody comes in, separates them, and then everything's back the way it should be.
I mean, even Harley Quinn is on Rick. Didn't they shave her head? She's bald now or something. Harley Quinn looks different. Dude, people are different. It's so confusing. I tell you, like, Hulk is Korean. Then it's like there's a female Hawkeye, and I'm like, what? Like, why is there a female Star-Lord? Why is there a female Hawkeye? Why does it have to be men and female at the same time with the same name? I told you, right, Chris? I don't know if you saw the video, but I went to Toys R Us, right? Mm-hmm. And I pulled up, and it said Doctor Strange on it, right? And it was Brother Voodoo, the black guy, right?
Yeah.
But it said, you saw it, right? It said Doctor Strange on the package, confusing the shit out of people, out of kids, right? And you know why? Because of the politically correct society. Oh my God, you can't put the character's name of Voodoo on the cover because that's evil. So on the back of the thing, it says Brother Voodoo, a very small thing. Are you crazy?
Isn't he a bad guy anyway?
No, like he's just a good guy. But then you got, we know that Spider-Man's daughter, the original one, was Spider-Girl, right?
Spider-Girl, yeah.
This one's black. And she's his daughter. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Like,
wait, is she his daughter, though? I guess she's
I don't even,
else, right? Yeah.
I don't even know what's happening anymore. And then I saw Hawkeye's girl. And I'm like, who the hell is that? Like, why?
Wouldn't that be Dove Girl?
But wouldn't this confuse the kids? Because he's like,
because they're not familiar.
Hawkeye's a boy.
The millennials are not familiar with the original cast. They know it from the movies, but as far as they know in the comic books, they just changed it for the movie and not changed it for the comic book.
Well, no, but that would confuse them, though, because if they know them from the movies, if they go to a store and they buy a Hawkeye figure, they're like, wait a minute, Hawkeye's not a girl.
But that's why it's not selling.
Yeah.
Because people are like, what the F is this? I mean, I can't. They had a whole. It's sitting on the shelf collecting dust because people don't even know what the hell's happening. I mean, they got some good figures, but I'm like, you know.
I know I've said this in the past. What I would love, since Marvel or IDW won't pick them up, there was like a toy line during the 70s, between like 75 and 76 or 75 and 77 called Big Jim Pack. And I would love to see DC bring that in, and they could have them go after the Suicide Squad.
We're going to see Suicide Squad versus Avengers.
Yeah.
We're going to see Marvel versus DC. I see it happening because I don't – even this stuff about these companies are enemies, nah. I see Fantastic Four being in the Marvel Universe. I've said that. Phase 4 probably, absolutely. It's going to happen. All this stuff is going to happen. We're going to see Hugh Jackman again as Wolverine in an Avenger movie. I know it's happening.
Yeah, I think we're going to see A versus X sooner than later.
A versus X is going to be
Within,
Avengers 4.
I'm going to say within 3 years we'll see an AVX.
A versus X, Avengers 4. That's what it's going to be.
And by then, knock on wood, Fantastic Four is back with Marvel, and they're actually making decent moves. Because the problem with Fantastic Four and Spider-Man is we know all this information that we didn't know back when they were first created. So whenever a movie bombs, instead of trying to fix it with the next movie, it's like, oh, we need to do a reboot.
They never get it right, though. They never get it right, though, because it's never completely the same Peter Parker.
Well, that's what production companies do. You know, they don't look at something and say, oh, well, we'll fix it next time. They go, oh, well, it didn't work. Not doing that anymore.
Like, I love Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, but he doesn't shoot it from his arms. You know, he has web shooters. Mm-hmm. And you have the best from that, Andrew Garfield, they have the web, but then again, he didn't even invent the damn web shooters because it was freaking Norman Osborn in the movies, which I hated that too. So, and then you had, you know, I guess Andrew Garfield was joking around a little more than Peter Parker was as Spider-Man. But that's the whole point. It's like every movie we get a little bit more of what Spider-Man should be, but they're not all together the same Spider-Man that's perfect yet.
I got to tell you, though, Tom Holland was pretty impressive to me in Civil War.
Yeah, but my argument with that is that, you know, they've been around the same time as, like, Spider-Man's been around the same time as Iron Man and all that other stuff. Well,
yeah, but again, I mean, you got to compensate for the fact that, you know, they didn't have the ability to have him in there. So they're trying to tell a story of Spider-Man while conforming to the story that they told already. And since he wasn't there, if they said that he was around during all this thing, people would have been like, well, then where the hell was he? You know? So I don't fault Marvel for that. I think they're doing a good job with Spider-Man so far, other than some of the casting choices.
Now, we heard a rumor that Dr. Octopus or Otto Octavius is in Spider-Man Homecoming, that he's going to be dating Aunt May at the end or something.
Oh, that'd be weird.
Well, they did have a.
Well, that happened.
Let's be honest. There was a comic book where he tried to marry her.
No, they did get married.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah, and then they got annulled. But yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't be a big deal or anything. But like, you know,
my favorite was what was his name? The one that played Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Oh, Alfred Molina.
Yeah, thank you, Alfred Molina. Yeah,
he was good.
There'll never be anybody better than him. I don't think. So.
Well, that's what they were saying from the Sam Raimi, J. Jonah Jamesons. They would love to have that guy who played him in Sam Raimi's come back as J. Jonah.
He should have, because that was perfect. You know, but we didn't get that. I would have liked to see an Andrew Garfield, the third one at least. You know, but we never got that either. And they should have never killed her. If they even knew they made a mistake getting rid of Emma Stone, killing her off.
Yeah, if they were going to do that, save that for the second movie.
Well, why even do
it? Initially,
because they don't have to do the comic.
Mary Jane was supposed to be this flamboyant, I'm a player, and Emma Stone and Gwen was the whole laid back individual. And
But they don't have to do what the comic does.
no, they
They
don't.
could just make it like Gwen survived the fall and just do something totally different. And just do a whole offshoot of stuff.
They could. What they could have done.
What's
What they
that?
could have done was set it up to where Mephisto was.
You're never going to see that in it. You're
somewhere
never gonna see
and make
that.
him think that he had killed her, and then have her come back.
You're never going to see Mephisto deal with the devil.
I know. Not Mephisto. The dude.
We're very short on time. Would you want to say, Chris?
No, I was gonna say. I mean, if they would have had Gwen survive, I mean, wouldn't that have been a bigger twist than her dying?
Yeah.
People would have been
Yeah.
expecting it, and then at the end of the movie, they were like, "Oh, wow, she actually survived," and then you don't know what's gonna happen, and then that
But you know what you could have did? You could have been something different. You could have had Venom kill her.
later on,
Yeah.
Like just have it like this and like that. To set the stage as a villain.
Yeah.
Because Venom broke Mary Jane's arm.
Mm.
And that was a big deal.
Problem is would you have him as Brock, or would you have him as
Venom would always be a bodybuilder Brock. That
Yeah,
has
you just cast the right person to be Brock.
big muscles that it enhances his strength, that he's stronger than Spider-Man.
I think it would honestly. I think it would have been better. I think it would have a greater emphasis if they'd have Parker be the one in the Venom outfit, a Venom Spider-Man outfit, and do the fact that Venom had so much control over him at that time, he didn't realize he had killed her by doing so. And then as he slowly got himself back into his regular outfit, memories of that start draining,
Terrible feature.
filtering back.
Or a Spider-Man.
I don't think people would
They
accept
did that
that.
like the MTV thing. That didn't work at all. That was horrible. They had him kill his girlfriend or something. That bombed the way they ended
They
it.
had Lisa Loeb. Hey, gotta say one thing. They had Lisa Loeb talking for Mary Jane.
I don't know. All right, guys, that's been our comic talk for the Everything Show. We will try to be back on the weekend with Cast episode 4
Yes.
and some real Whovians, hopefully, and other stuff like horror